like almost standard bans at this point, or bans we've seen a lot of, and a lot of some targeted ones there as well. So Renekton is the first choice there out of Tribe, and Lucian actually, Old School, going to take his marksman nice and early. Could be maybe moved around, but I feel like it's mostly in that Dragon lane.
Yeah, I would imagine so, especially with their Renekton locked in. It's not going to go up to that Baron lane. You imagine that Chuck is going to get his old reliable bruiser up there. Very powerful champion. You get very potent team fights as well with your point-click stun. Speaking of point-click stun, Pastry Time, we get our first Pantheon of the day. Usually we end up seeing this champion piloted in the jungle, but seeing as Lee Sin is already locked in, I can't imagine that that will be the case.
Oh, and Kaiser here as well. This is getting spicy on the TSM side. I like what's happening here. But again, if you're a team that is known for your want to be in side lanes, Pantheon feels like it fits the bill pretty nicely.
I really like this option. You have so much agency in that early game, and as you said, you can go to other lanes with that Grand Starfall as well. It just feels like TSM are heavily attacking that early game with Kaisa as well, trying to break apart that lane. Now Tribe responding with Grom, trying to get some defensive walls, quite literally, between those champions and the backline.
By here as well for T-Tigers. As Rakan going to be the pick there alongside Kaisa. Definitely a lot of go here on the TSM side. Not going to be short on ways to start engagements. So I'm expecting a lot of action here when the champions do meet. Again, it's so funny that this is the fastest team versus slowest team for average game time. Because when I think of Tribe, I do not immediately think fast-paced games.
Yeah.
And as you said, that definitely speaks to regional dominance. So it's very cool to see how these teams will maybe buck those regional trends now here on the international stage.
Yeah, certainly could be interesting.
Oh, Tank Corky's back.
Corky is right. Oh, please. Tank Corky. If you watched the TSM Brazilian finals that they did win, you may be familiar with the Tank Corky. You may not be familiar with Akshan. That is going to be another unique champion on the day that's going to be the mid lane option for starting. A player who we usually end up seeing most of his success on assassins, going to the marksman style.
Akshan not an assassin?
Oh, I mean, sort of. He's more ranged than assassin, I suppose. Best of 3 earlier today in this one. Between expected top teams, these ones, if we're going off expectations alone, potentially fighting for that 3rd spot if all things go to plan based on predictions.
Yeah, it definitely feels like, you know, pre-tournament power rankings, these teams may definitely be battling for some of those spots. So very important to win this series as it turns out. So we'll see if that holds true, if they can hold on here and at least take the first one. Feels good to start off with a win when you're in international tournament. I don't know if Sunny is just like chilling.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't sure if I was going to bring it up, but now that you mentioned it, he does come to lane without a star. So Pantheon very strong in his own right, maybe not necessarily needing one. The only component that costs more than the 500 is a Sheen, so maybe that's what he's looking for. Maybe he's trying to get a very, very early Sheen. He's going to need 900 gold to do that.
Chuck trying to punish here. Oh, goodness, that's so much damage. Already had the flash.
Yeah.
Eats the honey fruit.
First item is pretty important. So a little bit of an unfortunate oopsie for TSM. So
oh, bottom side. My goodness, Tribe is sending it all the way to the bottom side. It's Old School with a 2v2 kill for first blood. Make it second maybe as the exhaust is going to slow down. Patroni gets away for now, though.
Carlito was so close to picking up those honey fruit, but just a little too far away. First blood in reach of Tribe. Old School picks that one up as the Lucian, and it's completely isolated apart from the jungle as well. T-Tiger's on this top side of the map, looking for something. He does not know that he's spotted by Tennis.
Now knows, and it's going to be too late, but flashes out of there. Quick little moves there. Is now they're going back to starting. Grappling hooks around. Carlito could be the target, but it's Chuck that finds the stun. Braum now going to join the party. Door is up, and Chuck is looking for the kill. He gets himself ignited. Carlito going to try and chase him down, but that's just the support. It's starting. Ripping into Mike as T-Tigers finally nabs the kill, and Tribe just everywhere finally going to take their second of the game in 2 minutes.
TSM cannot walk into their own jungle, let alone the river. It is Tribes to conquer, and they're bringing their support up as well. Look at Old School, just completely isolated in this lane, still getting the push off on this Lucian. Getting this fight started right back up is starting, swinging right into action, and you can see all of the members of Tribe collapsing early. Maybe this is why their average game time is so fast.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely looking like they want to keep that trend here at the Horizon Cup. Off to a blisteringly fast start here. It is Old School with that first blood. It is T-Tigers that nabs a second. He's got a Phage and a Sheen ready to party in the river again.
Absolutely, man. This is looking like that Trinity Force build for Vi. No tank things happening here. Only damage. All gas, no brakes on T-Tigers. And this is well before the first dragon has spawned, I might add. This is a lot of fighting that we're seeing right off the bat. Not every game, not every region at all has happened like this, even in the slightest. But Tribe TSM are starting things off quick.
Yeah, and T-Tiger's going to keep it a kill a minute. Perhaps there's the dunk. Level 5 already. That looked too easy, to be perfectly honest.
Salt and Battery, very effective at taking down a single target, especially with all this extra burst provided by Old School and Max Green. Looks like Old School might actually be able to fully purchase an entire item once he finishes this wave, which is a huge, huge benefit for especially a marksman when it comes to these neutral objectives, because once you get that first one, you start landing all these critical strikes, get sudden extra burst, albeit it is a bit random, but it just all the extra consistency that you do get from it if you're getting all of these auto attacks off is going to mean a lot. And let's see. Yep, there is.
Wow. That is a very quick eye edge here. As Old School, you know, doesn't care about rolling the dice, doesn't care about the RNG, just bigger sword, bigger numbers. That's all that matters here.
Ooh, both marksmen as well,
goodness.
starting with a Bork. Yeah, this is not going to be easy for TSM to actually punish at all. We'll see if Tribe can pick up both neutral objectives at the same time. They're starting with the one that's easier to kill.
Yep, makes sense. I think if you are going to try and take both, you should start here. So I like that Tribe are staying grouped here. TSM, though, never one to shy away from a fight, especially with this kind of comp. Max Green with a massive Brawl multi, though, and Sunny almost dead to rights just from the culling. And Tribe just trying to hunt down a kill. Duke finally grab one, as T just has to try and move away. And Tribe gonna keep clearing out the vision. There's the ulti out of starting. Gonna get some damage down. Blocked there by Patroni, but still that's a bit of poke, and the Rift Herald is still the prize they're trying to take away. Max Green running interference. Does get kicked away. Gonna be a trade at least, maybe one more here for TSM. There's Pantheon coming back through. Starting to get stunned up in the front line as Patroni trying to finish one off, but starting just zipping away, rolls to safety, gets away from the incoming least hit, but not the spear, as that's a very nice snipe out of Pantheon.
Nice re-engage there from Sunny, getting back into the river, swinging into action, and spearing into action as well as starting does go down. And the Rift Herald was picked up by T-Tigers. They still have an opportunity to go for that Drake, but trading these kills is not quite that clean early game that we saw from before.
Yeah, I mean, not too bad here. Lovely ulti out of Max Green, but just couldn't get new kills, and TSM are like, yeah, we'll keep chasing you. Confident in their ability to fight here, and Max Green, I mean, I think trying to start this Herald and bait them in is a little aggressive.
I really like that Sunny was able to get that recall off and then re-enter to this team fight, effectively fighting the entire team twice. And that's one of the most powerful things that you can do on this Pantheon. Now, looking back on live, you can see TSM trying to get some pressure around the bottom side of the map, moving over to this dragon. They feel more confident in themselves after that last team fight, although they are still at quite a major deficit, specifically in the mid lane, as Mikey has not gotten a base off yet.
Yeah, got a lot of unspent gold, you have to think. I mean, the gold numbers are very close between those two, but the items are very much not. So Mike maybe just hasn't had the spare time, given the pace of the game. He's going to be the first dragon over. Indeed, it will be. It's T-Tigers that nabs it. As Max Green again going through by Duncan on in. That's a good maybe move there. It's going to be a killing spree now out of the Lucian. Does grab a double kill. Those old schools just ripping him to pieces. It just looks so easy here as there's Kai'Sa moving through, but that's not enough. Is that the Quadra? Indeed it is. Old school gets them all.
Quadra kill alongside an ace for Tribe, exploding their entire lead, as that's going to be another Rift Herald pop as we get into this new Axe Effect replay. Right off of the bat right here, engage from T-Tigers is super, super clean. I like the attempt at a re-engage from Carlito, punishing that you know exactly where the enemy team is, but Kai'Sa's not quite there yet. Your team's already been beat up. Old School ends up with this Quadra kill. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, my brain melted, much like TSM. In that team fight, there was just a lot of damage here from Old School. He's continuing to demonstrate. Sunny staying healthy. Putting up that little temporary shield here. Leeson trying to make it happen. The Tiger's not the target you want. Already has the Triforce finish. In goes Max Green. Decent engage there out of the Rakan. But Old School now not taking enough damage to go down. Mike trying to roam on in and make it happen. And starting looks to turn it back around. But that is Brazen swinging into two. It does get away.
Feeling confident right there with the comeuppance swinging right on in. But no kills to be had. You don't deal as much damage as it seems like Starting would like to with that ultimate. But Old School definitely does. After that Quadra kill, he's about 3k up onto Petroni. That's 2 items. Solari Charge Blade boosting those critical strikes even further. This Lucian is not going to be fun to deal with in TSM.
Gold lead is like 1,000 gold per minute for Tribe. They're 8,000 gold ahead at 8 minutes. And Old School, the lion's share of that lead, 2 items done. This Lucian is absolutely terrifying.
We've got the Corki package available. It was used very, very early on, I will say, though, because the Rift Herald and the Drake aren't available.
Flash there for Chuck, but they just follow him forever. Is Carlito able to find it? And that flash is going to be enough to get him out of there, actually. Chuck, durable enough to live in the 1v3 dive.
Yeah, full commit from TSM also, so they're going to miss out on this inner turret in the Baron lane here. Tribe securing this for themselves, completely fine with that objective trade for the one in the Dragon lane. Swinging on out. They're fully set up to go for this Rift Herald too. Not even going to go for this recall, realizing that they can go for this, getting that Scuttlecrab vision onto Titus. See if they can avoid the initiation.
Good kick. It's the jungler they're trying to take out here, but T-Tigers just tanks it. T-Tigers now going to move back through. Does get the ulti up, but that should be enough damage. Stunny diving through the Ignite's not enough, and Braum ulti look to try and run some interference as T-Tigers not dead, but cannot really go for this Herald now.
Definitely can't go for this team fight. This could be an opportunity for TSM to steal away this objective while the smite isn't available. But can they take this before a fight ensues? You can't expect for TSM that they'll be able to win this fight. They have to get out of here now. They didn't do it fast enough.
Old School too threatening. Now maybe Max Green a little too far forward. Rift Herald low. They do get it on the Tribe side because Renekton is able to take it down. Starting gets a kill, but that's a couple on the other side there. As Tribe kind of throw themselves at the enemy. A double kill for Titus at the end of it all. Very messy, but at least they got the objective on the Tribe side.
All right, Starting is on the hunt. He sees some scoundrels that he can kill and get the revives. I don't think he's going to actually go for it, no.
He's not.
Heroic swing on out. TSM, they lose out on the Rift Herald. Again, as you said, Chuck able to secure this one by some miracle. But the rest of Tribe fully committing after the fact, after they're already in a pretty rough spot. And most of that is because of Carlito's re-engage. Look at that. Beautiful.
Very nice there. And Tribe is like trying to get out and everyone's just getting shot. It's a bad scene here in the topside river. Petroni does escape as well without going down. A little bit of hope you can see. The Brazilian side warming up as Tribe Still very far ahead, but that gold lead is starting to get cut down a little. Second Drake is going to look good for them, though, and they do secure it.
Tribe able to make a full exit path out of this. Go back to pushing out these minion waves and waiting for this next objective. They feel really strong, and you can see that they feel maybe stronger than they actually are after going for that last play, but that doesn't mean that they're completely out of the lead quite yet. They haven't thrown it all away yet. I don't want to leave out the possibility TSM did have a pretty solid last team fight. And this could be a solid pick on the Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck, not very durable, has 2 damage items here, and that is going to be a very easy kill. Donated over to Pantheon. Sunny going to collect it.
I like the Chuck doesn't use any of his resources there. Keeps the Dominus and both Summoner spells, knowing that even if he does use them, there's a very high chance that he does end up getting killed. Quirky Package popped again. TSM aren't really using that to go for any of the neutral objectives. Instead, they're trying to get picks with it. The last one didn't quite work out, but just the threat of that happening means the Tribe have to back away from that turret.
Yeah, again, Maxian really the only one that's tanky at all on the Tribe side right now. It's 2 damage items, of course, for starting. Old School's working on the 3rd. That's 2 damage items for Chuck, as I mentioned. It's T-Tigers going for basically a damage field, although Sterex now is going to give a little bit of extra durability. So you can see why Tribe get themselves killed in spots where they think they can make something happen, because they're not as tanky or as strong as they think they are.
Yeah. We didn't mention it before, but Maxrian going for an exhaust heal build on this Braum is pretty cool. No flash necessary for this champion as long as he's there in the front line. Not really any place that he needs to flash. Yep. He's got his wall up and he's exhausting and healing, then that's exactly what his job is. So very creative stuff from Max Green, not something that you see every day. Going for this tanky build, I believe that's a Zeke's Convergence that he's building toward. So more utility provided for his team. Usually you don't see a Braum get to this stage of his build, but Tribe very accelerated.
Ooh, hello. Chuck going to be the target. Titus with a very nice kick after the dash. And Chuck is going to be killed once again, and Tribe are not there in time to save it. Now looking for the re-engage. It's Old School, 3 items done. Looking to maybe make it happen. 3v5 though now for Tribe, as Max Green is going to maybe rethink the situation. Oh. Starting back through. Raw multi there is good. Old School gets 1. That's the kill they need to kick things off now. 4v4, but T-Tiger's a little bit low. They go back through. Looking like the pentakill on my screen. There's the triple. As on the backside, it is going to be Titus chased away. Does get the kill onto the Vibe, but Starting's going to finish it off, and it is the ace there for Tribe.
Triple kill for Old School. Another multi-kill for the dual laner of Tribe, and it's on a 4v5 engage. You can see the rest of the team is not very tanky for Tribe, but Max Green is tanky enough for the entire squad. Eats all of that brunt of the damage from TSM, most of which was already used onto Chuck previously, and with the double marksman after the fact, they make it look so easy. And I believe they did pick up the Baron while we were watching this replay as well. Yep, off of the map, and they are coming right out of the base.
Yep, that was the prize they got for winning that team fight, and it's a pretty nice one here for Tribe, who are looking to put the finishing touches on this game. Have another Drake to play for in a moment, but Infernal not up yet. Is a good Drake to get, though, as Tribe are going to be lining up for that objective before finishing the game, I imagine. It's Chuck in the side lane, maybe getting the minions going in the Baron direction, but the engage is maybe there. Old School is now caught between a very awkward place, but it's saved by Max Green, who bounces back to his carry, and now Old School's going to let it rip alongside Starting. It's 1 kill already. There's the second again, as Starting is going to grab the other. Both marksmen ripping through the rest of TSM. It's Petroni in trouble. It's Rakan dead. It looks like another ace here for Tribe, as they may just end the game.
They are looking on fire all of a sudden in this late game here, Base Your Time, if you can even call it late game. We're not even at 15 minutes in, and they are already exploding the Nexus, taking us to a game 2 at match point.